Okay, so today's topic deals with a spouse that doesn't say thank you. Question. I give a lot around the house, cleaning the house, washing dishes, laundry, taking care of the kids, etc. But I find that as much as I give, my wife doesn't say thank you or acknowledge my giving. It makes me feel like not wanting to do it anymore. What do you think I should do? So I think it's important to understand what is your goal in giving, or what is your reason for giving? Are you giving because you want to receive a thank you? You want to receive acknowledgement? In a sense, you're dependent on the giving? Or are you giving because you're doing what's best for the marriage? You want to help your wife, and you ultimately want to create a closeness and intimacy in the marriage relationship. So if we step back for a second and we look at the idea of reward and punishment, very often the Torah talks about reward and punishment. And interestingly enough, the Rebbe Rashab, the fifth Rebbe of Chabad, explains that serving Hashem from the perspective of reward and punishment is a lower level in the service of Hashem. Why? There's good and bad. The good is that because we're going to get a reward or we want to avoid a punishment, we're going to do what Hashem wants us to do. On the other hand, the flip side, the negative side, is that we're not really serving Hashem, but we're serving ourselves because we want to receive reward or we don't want to receive punishment. So too, this can be extrapolated and applied to marriage. So when I'm doing something around the house, if I'm doing it because I want to receive a thank you or I want to receive acknowledgement, I'm actually doing it for myself, what I'm going to receive. And the downside of that is that it doesn't create closeness, but it actually creates separation because it's not the us, the we of the marriage relationship that we're trying to achieve, but it's me and you, two separate people. I'm doing things for what I want to receive. Whereas the goal in marriage is to create that unity, to do things for the marriage, to do things for our spouse. Ultimately, a person will find when they do things from that perspective, where they're not dependent on receiving something in return, they feel much freer. They feel much better about giving because the giving is not combined with a certain need to receive. There's a certain freedom. And ultimately, like I said, it will create a much closer and intimate relationship with our spouse. And it very well might be that our spouse might be more likely to acknowledge our giving. But whether they do or they don't, that's not the issue because we'll be free from needing that. We'll be free from that dependency. And ultimately, there won't be two separate people, me versus you, but there'll be one, united, because each side will be doing things for the marriage, for their spouse, and that will create a much more wholesome, united, and happy marriage.